Okay, in this video I'm going to try to explain some of the software that you'll be using to complete assignment number 9. Basically, you're going to create two JPEG image files, and then you're also going to create a video that you're going to upload to YouTube. The software that I'd like you to use is called Sumo Paint, and that will be the software you'll use to create your sort of custom art picture. And then I'm going to have you save two versions of it, and those are going to get zipped together and turned in as assignment number 9. And then you're going to add a comment that is going to have a link to your YouTube that you are going to create, also again using Sumo Paint and using a free software called Screencast-O-Matic. So I've got quite a few links here to teach you about the different ways in which or different software packages that you're going to be using. One of the things you're going to need to do this is you're going to need a Google account. If you don't have a Google account, then you can click here on this link and it takes you to the Create Your Google Account page, and you just fill in information in order to create your Google account. You'll have to choose a Google account username. I used my unique name that I use at U of M Flint, so it helps me keep track of what I called my user account. So if you already have one of these Google accounts, then obviously you don't need to set one up. That's just for students who don't have one. So the first thing I want to do is basically show you how to, well, first let me show you there are some links here to tell you what Screencast-O-Matic is. So let's go quickly to that.
Welcome to Screencast-O-Matic.
Okay, so this video is going to explain Screencast-O-Matic. You have another link here that is going to explain how you upload a video that you've created with Screencast-O-Matic to YouTube.
To upload a recording to YouTube, you must first give a title and description.
Okay, so that's there. Watch that. And then I'm going to show you how to use Sumo Paint. And what we're doing when we go to the Sumo Paint link is we want to get the app. We want the free version of it. And when it finally opens up, you're going to see some annoying advertising in the margins, but we can pretty much ignore that and use the Sumo Paint. We're going to create a new blank image, and it starts off, of course, with all of the defaults. What I want to do is set up a different color other than white for my screen. So I'll click in here. I'm going to choose a blue palette, and I can just click around to decide exactly what color I want. So that's a good color, blue. And then I'm going to make that my background. Now it's actually the foreground right now. What I'm going to have to do is click down here to switch the colors, and now it's my background. And my foreground color is white. And I'm actually going to change that as well. So I'm going to click on the foreground color. Again, click in this color selector, and I can select a palette of yellows. I'll pick a maize, or what is close to maize color. And now I'm ready to start my artwork. And by all means, use whatever colors you want. And then you have many different tools over here in order to create different artwork. You may want to play with this for a few minutes, maybe even a couple of hours before you decide what you want to make. Here's a symmetry tool, here's a custom shape tool, here's a rounded star tool, and it goes on and on and on. So I'm going to go ahead and start with the symmetry tool so you can see an example of what this does. So as I create some artwork here, and I use that term loosely here, I'm creating some artwork using the symmetry tool. I'm going to switch over and use the rounded star tool. Now when I select the rounded star tool, it's going to use the filter at the top for the color palette. I'm going to pick something in the yellows again, and close that back up, and I'm just going to put some kind of a star shape here in the center, and maybe another star over here, different type of star, and maybe another one over here, and maybe another one yet. Alright, so you get the idea. So I'm going to say I'm finished with making this artwork. What I want to do now is save this image as a JPEG on my computer. So I'm going to select Save As, and I'm going to select the Save to My Computer option. And then I have to select, well, first what the type of format I'm going to use is. I want to use JPEG because we've talked about JPEG, which is a lossy compression algorithm in this section. And then I have to come up with a name. I'm just going to call it image 1, and then select Save. Now I have to pick a spot on my computer to save this image. I'm going to go ahead and just save it. I'll save it on my desktop, I guess. So I'll save it to the desktop. And I'm going to save it again. So I'm going to save. This time, when I choose the JPEG, I'm going to change from the default quality of 100, which is a lower compression ratio, to a higher compression ratio. I'll set it down to, oh, I don't know, let's say, well, the lowest is 1. So we'll use the highest compression ratio, which gives us the lowest quality. And I'll save this as image 2. Again, I'll save it to the desktop. And I'm going to jump out of Sumo Paint for a moment, and we'll take a look at the two images that I've created. So first thing is, you can see that it is the size of this one is the first one. It's 156 kilobytes to save that JPEG image, and that was with the highest quality or the lowest compression ratio. And the second one, image 2, is only 16.9 kilobytes, but again, it has the highest compression ratio in order to get that. So let's take a look at the first image. I'm just going to double click on it, and it's going to open up in my image display software. Your computer may open up in a browser if you double click on the JPEG, but it'll open in something so that you can see the image. So there's the image, and that was with the highest quality. And then I'm going to open up the second image. Turn off that little weather bug. I'm going to open up the second image, and you can see that the quality of this is much less. You can see on the corners of the color changes that you have what's called dithering, and basically you're noticing some quality differences because, again, the compression ratio is much higher, but that gives you the image with a much smaller size. So if you wanted to download this over the internet and you can live with the lower quality of the image, you can download it much faster, image 2, because of its size versus image number 1. Okay, so let's go back to Sumo Paint. And what we're going to do next is I'm going to show you how to create a kaleidoscope. Now, it's at this point you're going to be using the Screencast-O-Matic in order to capture this portion of the screen, the Sumo Paint screen, in order to make a little movie that you're going to upload to YouTube. So just to keep it simple, I'm just going to use a filter. I'm going to use the distortion filters, and I kind of like the kaleidoscope. And I'm going to move the kaleidoscope controls over to the right. And again, what you'll be doing is you'll be setting the window to record just this portion of the screen where the kaleidoscope will be shown. And then while you're recording, you probably want to turn off your microphone so that you're not recording any background noise if you happen to have a microphone on your computer. And basically, you're just going to record uh, some adjustments in the settings for the kaleidoscope. In this case, I'm adjusting the divisions, and I'm just moving them around a little bit. I'll do the same thing with direction, back and forth with some directions. And then I'm going to change the transparency. And then finally the scale. So you can play with this and make whatever you want, but this will be the art piece that I'm going to now upload once I've recorded it using Screencast-O-Matic. I'm going to upload this to YouTube so that you can see what that looks like. So again, this is not using Screencast-O-Matic. This is using Sumo Paint, but I'm showing you what you're going to record with Screencast-O-Matic if you want to do something like this with a kaleidoscope. So going back to Blackboard, you can see like the art piece that I've created right here. This is the kind of thing I want you to create for this assignment. So again, this is the part 2, if you will, of the assignment. You've created a video of your artwork and uploaded it to YouTube, and then you're going to give me the URL. That's this information right here in the screen of your browser. You're going to give me that information in a comment so that I can go and find your YouTube once you've uploaded it to Blackboard or to YouTube. And that's pretty much it. So you'll need to watch the other videos on how to use Screencast-O-Matic. I'm actually using Screencast-O-Matic to make this video, so I can't demonstrate Screencast-O-Matic at the same time I'm using Screencast-O-Matic. But if you have any questions, by all means, contact me through email and I'll try to help you out.